Good morning, dear learners. Myself, Yogesh Kanade, lecturer. In previous video, we have seen the various activities which has been prohibited as per Section 8. Officers appointed by the state government, central government, narcotic, drugs and psychotropic substances consultative committee, etc. This is the last part, that is the last topic which we are going to see in this video. Powers of central government to permit, control and regulate नार्कोटिक ड्रग्स आणि सायकोट्रॉपिक सबस्टन्सेस रिलेटेड कोणत्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीज आहेत जे सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंट कंट्रोल करेल आणि रेग्युलेट करेल, दॅट वी आर गोइंग टू सी इन दिस पार्ट. द सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंट मे बाय रूल्स permit, control and regulate the following activities related with narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. Let us see one by one. First one, cultivation or gathering of any portion of coca plant. Second, production, possession, sale, purchase, transport, import interstate, export interstate, use or consumption of coca leaves. Cultivation of opium poppy. Next, production and manufacture of opium. Production of opium poppy. Sale of opium and opium derivatives from the government factories, that is central government factories, for export from India or sale to state government or to a manufacturing unit. Manufacture of manufactured drugs other than prepared opium and medicinal opium. Manufacture, possession, transport, import interstate, export interstate, sale, purchase, consumption or use of psychotropic substances. Import into India and export from India of any narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. These are the various matters which are going to be directly handled by the central government. In short, we can say that cultivation of coca plant, coca leaves, that is production, purchase, etc. of your coca leaves, manufacture of opium, poppy straw, opium poppy, manufactured drugs, psychotropic substances. These are the matters which are going to be directly handled by the central government as per Section 9 of NDPS Act 1985. Now, in the next slide, we will see the powers of the state government. Powers of the state government to permit, control and regulate the various operations. This is given in Section 10 of NDPS Act 1985. Cultivation of cannabis plant. Second, possession, transport, import interstate, export interstate, warehousing, sale, purchase, consumption and use of poppy straw, opium, cannabis excluding charas, manufactured drugs other than prepared opium, coca leaf, etc. Manufacture of medicinal opium or any preparation containing any manufactured drug from materials which the maker means the manufacturer, is lawfully entitled to possess. Manufacture and possession of prepared opium from opium lawfully possessed by an addict registered with the state government on medical advice for his personal consumption, and any other matters which may be assigned by the state government. These are the various things which has been permitted by NDPS Act 1985 to be handled by the state government. Permissions means whether it is cultivation and collection of cannabis plant, manufacturing, possession, etc. This is going to be handled by the state government. Now the most important topic which is always asked in your examination, that is offences and penalties. First offence is punishment for contravention in relation to. Contravention means a act which has been done against a law, against a rule or regulation. एखादी व्यक्ती जे rules and regulations, poppy straw, prepared opium, opium poppy and opium, cannabis, manufactured drugs and preparations, psychotropic substances, illegal import into India, export from India, related with narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, HR related जे काही rules and regulations NDPS Act मध्ये दिलेले ते rules and regulations जर एखादी व्यक्ती ब्रेक करत असेल किंवा त्या rules and regulations च्या अगेन्स्ट एखादी ऍक्शन किंवा त्याचा ऍक्ट जर करत असेल तर त्याला म्हणतात कॉन्ट्राव्हेशन. क्लियर? नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफेन्स काय? पनिशमेंट फॉर कॉन्ट्राव्हेशन in relation to poppy straw, prepared opium, opium poppy and opium, cannabis, manufactured drugs and preparations, psychotropic substances, illegal import into India, export from India, or transshipment of any narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. For such offense, the punishment is given into three parts. First one, if there is an involvement of small quantity, then rigorous imprisonment for a term which may extend to 6 months, or with fine which may extend to 10,000 rupees, or with both if there is an involvement of small quantity. Second, quantity greater than small quantity but less than commercial quantity. दुसऱ्या याच्यामध्ये काय दिलेलं आहे की अशा व्यक्तीकडे जी क्वांटिटी मिळाली असेल ती क्वांटिटी जर स्मॉल क्वांटिटी पेक्षा जास्त आहे पण कमर्शियल क्वांटिटी पेक्षा जर कमी असेल तर पेनल्टी काय? रिगरस इम्प्रिजमेंट फॉर अ टर्म which may extend to 10 years and with fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees. And third, the quantity which is commercial quantity. Commercial quantity साठी काय? Rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 10 years but which may extend to 20 years, and a fine which shall not be less than 1 lakh rupees but which may extend to 2 lakh rupees. NDPS Act मध्ये प्रत्येक नार्कोटिक ड्रग आणि सायकोट्रॉपिक सबस्टन्सेस एक एनेक्झर मध्ये त्याची स्मॉल क्वांटिटी पण स्पेसिफाईड आहे आणि कमर्शियल क्वांटिटी सुद्धा स्पेसिफाईड आहे. म्हणजे फॉर एक्झाम्पल, विल टेक वन ऑफ द एक्झाम्पल. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, इफ इट इज कोकेन, मग कोकेन साठी 2 ग्रॅम ही स्मॉल क्वांटिटी आहे, 100 ग्रॅम ही कमर्शियल क्वांटिटी आहे. कोडीन जर असेल तर 10 ग्रॅम स्मॉल क्वांटिटी आहे, 1 kg ही कमर्शियल क्वांटिटी आहे. हिरोइन म्हणजे डायएसिटिल मॉर्फिन 5 ग्रॅम ही स्मॉल क्वांटिटी आहे, 250 ग्रॅम ही कमर्शियल क्वांटिटी आहे. सायकोट्रॉपिक सबस्टन्स डायझेपा 20 ग्रॅम स्मॉल क्वांटिटी, 100 ग्रॅम दॅट इज कमर्शियल क्वांटिटी. मग समजा मी जर कोकेनचं एक्झाम्पल घेतलं, जर एखाद्या व्यक्तीकडे जर कोकेन सापडलं, त्याची क्वांटिटी जी त्याच्याकडे सापडलं असेल ती जर 2 ग्रॅम असेल तर त्याला मी कन्सिडर करणार स्मॉल क्वांटिटी. मग कोर्ट डिसाइड करत असताना हा ऑफेन्स ही पेनल्टी कन्सिडर करेल. रिगरस इम्प्रिजमेंट फॉर अ पिरियड ऑफ 6 months और फाइन ऑफ ₹10,000 और विथ बोथ. पण समजा एखाद्या व्यक्तीकडे 2 ग्रॅम पेक्षा जास्त सापडले पण 100 ग्रॅम पेक्षा जर कमी असेल, 100 ग्रॅम म्हणजे काय? कमर्शियल क्वांटिटी, त्याच्यापेक्षा जर कमी असेल तर अशा व्यक्तीसाठी सेकंड नंबरची पेनल्टी फॉलो करायची. आणि जर 100 ग्रॅम किंवा त्याच्यापेक्षा जर जास्त कोकेन सापडत असेल तर कमर्शियल क्वांटिटी मध्ये जी पेनल्टी दिलेली आहे दॅट इज टू बी कन्सिडर्ड. क्लियर? दॅट इज अबाउट युअर स्मॉल क्वांटिटी अँड कमर्शियल क्वांटिटी. सेकंड ऑफेन्स, punishment for contravention in relation to coca plant, cultivation of cannabis plant, and third that is controlled substances. मी already meaning सांगितलंय controlled substances, the substances which are required in the manufacturing of certain narcotic drug or psychotropic substances which are working as a mediator, that is to be known as controlled substances. त्याच्याशी रिलेटेड पेनल्टी काय? रिगरस इम्प्रिजमेंट. फॉर दॅट इट इज रिगरस इम्प्रिजमेंट फॉर अ पिरियड ऑफ 10 years and a fine of ₹1 lakh. That is related with your coca plant, cultivation of cannabis plant, and third one that is controlled substances. Third one, penalty for embellishment of opium by cultivator. Now what is the meaning of embellishment? Embellish म्हणजे ज्या शेतकऱ्याला ओपियम कल्टिवेशन आणि कलेक्शन करण्याची परमिशन किंवा लायसन्स असेल तर अशा शेतकऱ्याने जे काही प्रोडक्ट कल्टिवेट झालंय इट इज टू बी कलेक्टेड अँड हँड ओव्हर टू द गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स और टू द गव्हर्नमेंट फॅक्टरीज. पण तो जर इलिगल डिस्पोजेबल करत असेल, गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफिसर कडे जमा न करता तो स्वतः त्याचं मार्केटमध्ये सेल किंवा इलिगली जर त्याचं डिस्पोजेबल करत असेल त्याला म्हणतात एम्बेलिशमेंट. दॅट इज एम्बेलिशमेंट ऑफ ओपियम बाय कल्टिवेटर. सेकंड, एक्सटर्नल डीलिंग्स इन नार्कोटिक ड्रग्स अँड सायकोट्रॉपिक सबस्टन्सेस. थर्ड, फायनान्सिंग illicit traffic, that is illegal traffic or illegal transport, and harboring offenders. Harboring offenders म्हणजे जे व्यक्ती इलिगल नार्कोटिक ड्रग्स आणि सायकोट्रॉपिक सबस्टन्सच्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीज मध्ये इन्व्हॉल्ड आहे अशा व्यक्तींना जर मी आसरा देत असेल तर त्याला म्हणतात हार्बरिंग ऑफेंडर्स. व्हॉट इज द पेनल्टी फॉर ऑल थ्री? रिगरस इम्प्रिजमेंट फॉर a term which shall not be less than 10 years but which may extend to 20 years, and with fine which shall not be less than 1 lakh rupees but which may extend to 2 lakh rupees. Fourth one, punishment for certain acts by the licensee or his servants. Licensee means it can be a farmer, it can be a manufacturer, or his servants means the persons who has been employed by the farmer or by the manufacturer. याच्यामध्ये काय काय आहे? If the licensee or any person in his employ and acting on his behalf has been involved, if omits to maintain the accounts or to submit any return in accordance with the rules of NDPS Act 1985, or a person fails, that means a licensee or his servant fails to produce license, permit or authorization on demand of any authorized officers, or the licensee or his servants keeps any accounts or makes any statement which is false or incorrect, then the penalty is imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years or fine or with both. Then next one, that is punishment for consumption of any narcotic or psychotropic substances. Means any individual who has been using any narcotic or psychotropic substance for addiction, for such person the punishment has been divided into two parts. The first, if he has been involved in the consumption of cocaine, morphine, diacetyl morphine, or any other narcotic drug or any psychotropic substance, then rigorous imprisonment for a term which may extend to 1 year or with fine which may extend to 20,000 rupees or with both. And the second part, that is a person has been involved in the consumption of narcotic or any psychotropic substance which has not been specified in clause A. म्हणजे पहिल्या क्लॉज मध्ये जे कोकेन, मॉर्फिन, डायसिडिल हे जे एक्झाम्पल दिले याच्या व्यतिरिक्त जर दुसरं नार्कोटिक किंवा सायकोट्रॉपिक सबस्टन्स जर तो कंझम्पशन साठी यूज करणार असेल तर इम्प्रिजमेंट फॉर अ पिरियड ऑफ 6 months or fine of ₹10,000 or with both. Next one, punishment for offense for which no punishment is provided. या ऍक्ट मध्ये ज्या ऑफेन्स साठी जर पनिशमेंट दिलेली नसेल तर अशासाठी there will be a imprisonment for a term which may extend to 6 months or fine or with both. This was the offenses and penalties which has been given under NDPS Act 1985. Now next one, that is there are 3 schedules which has been prescribed in your NDPS Act 1985. First we will talk about your schedule first. In schedule first it says that no person shall import into India and export from India any narcotic or psychotropic substances, for example cannabis, coca leaf, diacetyl morphine, etc. This first schedule also says that no person shall manufacture, possess, transport, import interstate, export interstate, sell, purchase, consume or use of any narcotic or psychotropic substances like cannabis, coca leaf, heroin, etc. That is given in your first schedule. In second schedule, that is schedule second, no person shall export oxazolone, cicobarbitol, tetrazam, amphetamine, etc. to the countries or to the regions of such country specified therein. आता सेकंड शेड्यूल मध्ये काही नार्कोटिक आणि सायकोट्रॉपिक सबस्टन्सेस चे एक्झाम्पल्स दिलेत आणि त्याच्या पुढे दे हॅव गिवन द नेम ऑफ द कंट्री वेर यू कॅनॉट कॅरी आउट द एक्सपोर्ट. म्हणजे फॉर एक्झाम्पल जर ऑक्झॅझोलम असेल, you cannot carry out the export of oxazolone to Pakistan because it is prohibited as per your schedule second. If it is dexamphetamine, then you cannot carry out the export of dexamphetamine to Japan, Pakistan, Thailand, etc. Clear? Last one, that is third schedule. In third schedule, it has been specified the various licenses which has been granted for manufacture of psychotropic substances for export only. भारतातनं जर दुसऱ्या देशामध्ये जर तुम्हाला एक्सपोर्ट करायचं असेल तर या शेड्यूल मध्ये जे काही एक्झाम्पल्स दिलेले असतील, फॉर एक्झाम्पल क्लॉक्झॅझोलम, मिथीपायरिलोन, लोप्राझोलम, then what is the process for grant of license for the manufacturing, that is given in your third schedule. In this lecture we have completed the various powers which has been given to the central government, powers given to the state government, the various offenses and penalties, and the 3 schedules given under your NDPS Act 1985, that is first schedule, second schedule and third schedule. Thank you. And in the last, here we complete the syllabus of your pharmaceutical jurisprudence.